Hi, I'm Sam Ross, founder and CEO of Claim Climbers. One of the biggest questions we hear from veterans after their C&P exam is, why did the VA schedule another one? Is that a good sign, or does it mean something's wrong? The truth is, a second C&P exam can mean a few different things, and it's not always bad news. Let's start with the basics. A C&P exam, or compensation and pension exam, is used by the VA to gather medical evidence about your condition. The first exam is usually to confirm your diagnosis, measure the severity, and review your history. If and when the VA orders a second exam, it typically means they need more clarity before making a decision, not that you did something wrong. Here are the most common reasons a second C&P exam is scheduled. First, if you have incomplete or conflicting information. Sometimes the first examiner doesn't answer all the VA's required questions, or their notes are incredibly unclear. The VA might see something missing, like whether your condition limits your ability to work or how often your symptoms occur, and they'll request another exam to fill in those gaps. Second, new evidence added to your claim. If you or your representative submit new medical records, a private Nexus letter, or updated test results after your first exam, the VA may need a second evaluation to consider that new information. This is actually a good sign because it means the VA is reviewing your claim carefully. Third, when it comes to different specialists, sometimes the VA needs specific types of doctors to weigh in. For example, a neurologist for migraines or TBIs, or a psychologist for PTSD. If your first exam was done by a general practitioner, the VA may send you to a specialist for a more detailed assessment. It's also important to know that multiple exams are not unusual. Some claims go through 2 or 3 C&P exams, especially when a veteran has multiple conditions or secondary issues connected to a primary service-related disability. Now, if you're worried that a second exam means denial, it doesn't. In fact, it can mean the opposite. It often signals the VA is actively working on your file and wants to make a fully informed decision instead of just rushing to deny it. The key takeaway is this: a second C&P exam is usually a sign of clarification, not rejection. Stay consistent, be honest about your symptoms, and make sure your medical evidence, like a solid Nexus letter, supports what you're explaining in those exams. That consistency across your records, your statements, and your Nexus letter is what helps the VA see the full picture. At Claim Climbers, we don't conduct C&P exams, but we do help veterans strengthen the medical evidence that those exams rely on. That means clear, detailed Nexus letters that support the service connection piece of your claim. If this video helped you understand what a second C&P exam really means, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. In the next one, we'll go over how long it typically takes to get a decision after your C&P exam. Take care.